All right, we're here at the boat. I've got two places that are kind of leaking, and both was something that I installed, so we're going to take it off, put a little bit more of this marine adhesive on it, and see if we can't get this thing sealed up pretty good. So right here is where my antenna cable goes down inside the boat. And apparently it's leaking here. I'm assuming that it's leaking here because I have the carpet's a little wet on the inside. So I think that this is where it's coming from. If not, I don't think it's the radar dish. I mean, that thing's pretty solid. But I do feel some moisture on the inside. So that sucks because I feel it a little wet down in here. And that sucks because this is sealed up, but I think it was coming from these screws here that I just took out. So I am going to seal up the hole a little bit, and then I'm going to put some of this adhesive on the screws themselves. So I can feel moisture down in here, but I also feel moisture up inside this thing. So it might have been coming in through these holes because I'm looking, and I did not seal the screws that were in here. So the adhesive that has this on there is still really good, so I'm going to redo all the screws, and we are going to fill this hole up. I'm going to get it thick. All right, so we got that fixed up. All right, so we got the screws in here. I'm gonna fill this up in here. There we go, that sucker's full. This time I didn't last time, but on these little external screws, I'm gonna put some adhesive on these two. All right, there we go. So we will see next time we put this boat in the water. We will find out for sure if this thing's leaking or not. And I'll show you why. When the boat's set here on this incline, it catches all this water back here. And I never thought about it until just now. I guess I could drill some holes through there to let the water go out the back, but I don't think so. But anyways, when we get it in the water, all this water rushes up to the front. And that's when we've been getting the leaks in here. It really hasn't been when we were just in the water level. It's kind of when we first get the boat in the water. So hopefully this fixes it up. Now, I also put a new anchor light on, so I'm going to go back there. We're going to do the same thing to that. And I haven't had any issues, but there's a small leak in that one, so we're going to do the same thing back there. Uh-oh. All right. Alright, let's see if that works now. So there's a few things we got to do back here at the cabin before it drops below 32, and that is get the water tank all prepped up. That is full. We don't want that to be full before we hit anything below freezing, because it will start filling up, and we need this to have some space for the water to go when it freezes. So I've got to pump some water out now, but what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this and then hook up the section of pipe that drains it out back here to where it's away from the cabin, and it won't go into the tank no more. So we need to get rid of probably, I don't know, 200 gallons of fuel between now and the end of October, and if need be, we'll just pump it out, you know, pump it out on the ground. But so for starters, we're just going to go fill up some 5-gallon jugs. Get this thing inside there. Yes. All right. And let's plug this thing in here. There we go. All right, now let's go to where I already got the hose in one of the jugs, so now we just got to go watch them, change it out. Alright, well, we got the jugs filled up. We'll top this 500, I think it's 550. Yeah, 550. We'll top this 550 tank off, and then while it's doing that, we'll start hooking up the plumbing to divert the water. Well, the 550's full, so whoa. We're below the cap. Look, it's dripping. We're right at the cap line there, but we need to be down here at like 2,200 gallons or even less. So we'll have to get rid of some water before the end of October for sure. There we go. It's the next day in the morning, taking the dogs for a walk, but it's It seems calm on this side, but it's blowing 35 to 45 knots out in front of our place. So get around the corner, I'll turn the camera around, and it's pretty nasty. Found a small, leave it. We found a small crow. Put it up on this thing, but it's got a bunch of tumors. It's got a bunch of tumors on its legs, so I'm sure it just died of natural causes, but always sad. Even though I'm not a huge fan of crows, I don't like to see them suffer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're on the other side. You can see my beard's blowing a little bit now. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's died down a little bit since we first started walking, so not too shabby. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I get out of there. Nice float plane in the background flying by. So anyways, we got the majority of the stuff that we needed, the small stuff that we needed to get knocked out done. So we're going to wrap this up because we are actually headed to Fairbanks. We're going to go to a solar company up there. Well, first we're going to obviously visit my brother-in-law and his family, but we're going to go, there's a solar company that's in Fairbanks. We're going to go by and talk to them about getting some new panels and maybe upgrading some of the stuff that we have here. So yeah, stay tuned for that because that should be coming out next week. Anyways, remember, live free. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.